Hi, my name is Frankie DeSoto, and I'm the blogger for soulpersona.com. And I'm here with Joe Kutchera. He is the author of his new book, Latino Link. So Joe, why don't you tell me a little bit about yourself?
Sure. First of all, Frankie, thanks for having me here on your blog, interviewing me about my new book, Latino Link. And to answer your question, my background's actually in media. I worked at Time Warner for 9 years, the last 2 years of which actually I started the digital ad sales team in Mexico City for Grupo Editorial Expansión, Time Link Mexico. And then after that, I actually started the Spanish language ad network for Context Web, both opening the Mexico City office and starting the U.S. Hispanic network in the U.S. And then after that, had the pleasure of signing a book contract with Paramount and wrote Latino Link and interviewed a lot of the industry leaders in Hispanic marketing about how they're bringing their brands online and building their audiences and customer relationship management systems.
So tell me a little bit about the book. I've read it so far, and I think it's a new outlook of what Hispanics are doing online media. I like the fact that the information is specific, yet it's direct and to the point. And you do offer case studies and visual graphs.
Yep. Well, every other chapter is, what I do is I alternate between kind of giving an overview of the subject with a case study from companies like Best Buy and Ford and American Family Insurance. But the book overall looks at the growth of the Hispanic audience in the U.S. and the growth of digital media and where those are going to intersect. So, computer prices are continuing to fall, mobile prices continue to fall. You're seeing Hispanic growth rates on digital media really accelerating, and then combine that with social media, where Hispanics who tend to be collectivistic are really adopting social media very quickly. So I think that's where you're going to see why you see so many marketers, especially in the ones featured in this book, really enthusiastically adopting the digital platforms and incorporating that into their media mix, into their overall marketing campaigns.
Well, as you know, as well as I know, that like you mentioned, that Hispanics are technology leaders, and they're really able to adapt to new technology. What are your predictions years down the road where technology advances even more? What are Hispanics going to do? How are they going to adapt to the latest technologies?
Well, I think, because of the adoption rate of mobile phones, especially with how Hispanics tend to be in cell phone only households, so because maybe they don't have the budget for maybe a landline and a cell phone, they'd go with just a cell phone. And because, like I mentioned, they tend to be collectivistic, according to the sociologist Hofstadter, that you see them really adapting to digital platforms now, incorporate the social media. And because of that, I think the marketers that are stepping ahead today are going to be the ones that are going to be better prepared for that growth in the future when, whether it's 20, 30, or 40, or 50, when the United States becomes a majority minority, I think those will be the companies that will be best prepared for when Hispanics are really fully digital. Well,
what's great about your book, it really shows, it's one of the first books that I've read so far that shows information that's relevant for utilizing online media for Hispanics. And I just want to know, I'm sure everybody wants to know, where can they get this book? Where can they order it so they can study it for themselves, not only as a research tool, which I believe it can be, but also to help them in their own marketing campaigns when they're targeting Hispanics online?
Well, Chapter 5 is the chapter on social media. That's available as a sample chapter, a free sample chapter on our website, joekutchera.com. And in addition, the book is also available on Amazon, so just search for my name or for Latino Link. And then the publisher, Paramount Books, is also selling it on their site. And in addition, if I'm ever speaking at a conference, I typically have the books for me there, but Amazon and Paramount Books are the best places to get that. And anyone can download the free sample chapter on my website.
Well, Joe, thank you very much for your time. I really appreciate it. And everybody, I highly recommend you buy a copy of Latino Link. And thank you for watching.